rise and shine. Coffee's brewing, feeling fine. News is out and on the air. Shizzy whiz nuts wild, but we don't care. Morning whiz and coffee. Talk the news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy whiz nuts, start the show. Let's go. Spinning in the breeze, stupid jokes, he's such a tease. Sip the Java with a smile. Pants are off, but stay a while. Morning whiz and coffee. Talk the news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy whiz, let's start the show. Let's go. Headlines spinning in the breeze, stupid jokes, he's such a tease. Sip the Java, wear a smile. Pants are off, but stay a while. Morning whiz and coffee. Talk the news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy whiz, let's start the show. Let's go. Serious is overrated. Every day we're caffeinated. Talk the town, but in a jest. Morning whiz is always best. Clock is ticking, time to run. Morning show's a load of fun. Grab your mug, don't spill a drop. Laugh your ass off till you pop. Clock is ticking, time to run. Morning show's a load of fun. Grab your mug, don't spill a drop. Laugh your ass off till you pop.
Oh my god, Shizzy breaks Larry. Shizzy broke Larry.
Good morning, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Monday morning. Man, oh man, we have a good one for you today. Hey, Gil Dozard, how you doing this morning? Good morning, Tammy Bacard. Good to see you, and it is wonderful to see all of you. Oh, yeah. Good morning from the great Drizzly, UK. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Nick D. I appreciate you. Well, first thing up this morning, well, did you see that? Trump's Easter message is, well, you just have to see it because it's glorious. Oh my, Miami Spice, how are you doing this morning? Lady, how are you doing this morning? Yeah, President Trump took to Truth Social early on Easter morning. His message was vintage Trump. Happy Easter to all, including the radical left lunatics who are fighting and scheming so hard to bring murderers, drug lords, strangers, prisoners, the mentally insane, and well-known MS-13 gang members and wife beaters back to our country. Happy Easter also to the weak and ineffective judges and law enforcement officials who are allowing this sinister attack on our nation to continue. An attack so violent that it will never be forgotten. Sleepy Joe Biden purposefully allowed millions of criminals to enter our country totally unvetted, unchecked, though through an open borders policy that will go down in history as the single most calamitous act ever perpetrated upon America. He was by far our worst and most incompetent president, a man who had absolutely no idea what he was doing, but to him and to the person that ran and manipulated the auto pen, perhaps our real president, and to all of the people who cheated in the 2020 presidential election in order to get this highly destructive moron elected, I wish you, with great love, sincerity, and affection, a very happy Easter. Yeah, Trump has been sending out messages like this for years, although this one was longer than most. The earliest examples were which Trump posted on Twitter in September 11th of 2013. I would like to extend my best wishes to all, even the haters and losers, on this special date, September 11th. A couple of months after came Happy Thanksgiving to all the haters and losers. When Christmas rolled around, Trump posted this. I'd like to wish all my friends and even many of my enemies a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. One simpler messages he did in 2014 and in 2016, 2015. Since then, there have been a few more in this vein, but the president's Easter message is striking for its length and detail. It contains the same primary element of what has driven Trump haters up the wall for 12 years now: disparagement of his enemies, combined with happily giving them holiday greetings. This outrages Trump's enemies for several key reasons. Being green-haired, God-hating pagans, they would never send Christmas or Easter greetings under any circumstances, and would never send any kind of greetings, even tongue-in-cheek, needling greetings, to the people they hate. So when leftists see these messages from Trump, they simply can't process them. They're sure he's being hypocritical, being hate-filled, humorless themselves. They cannot even consider the possibility. And Trump has a strong sense of humor, a tremendous sense of fun, and enjoys tweaking their shallow and ridiculous pretensions. As Thomas More, who knew a thing or two about demonic pomposity, put it long ago, the devil, the proud spirit, cannot endure to be mocked. Neither can leftists, and Trump delights in mocking them. They preen as our moral superiors and routinely charge patriots with racism, bigotry, xenophobia, and all manner of other evils. But Trump knows what they really are and isn't afraid to say so. While spineless conservatives of the past have played along with their game and never pointed out that their emperor was wearing no clothes, Trump points and laughs at the left's naked emperor and reminds the world the truth it would rather forget. The Democrats are trying to keep dangerous criminals in the country. Old Joe Biden was an incompetent figurehead, and leftist judges are arrogating power to themselves that they do not have, and doing a grave disservice to our nation in the process. And he does it all cheerfully amid holiday greetings. This also drives the left crazy, as they make every effort they can to paint Trump as just as angry and humorless as they themselves are. When he speaks directly to the American people, as he does once again in his Easter message, they can see yet again how much the media lies to them. Good morning, Fallstorm. How you doing, brother? Yeah, howdy, dude. How are you? Oh yeah, good to see you. Be right back, checking radar. Ah, yes. Oh, the beautiful mornings that we are having today. Oh, it has been a beautiful day. Last night was a gorgeous evening. Got to spend it with my wife, just sitting out by the fire pit. She actually had fallen asleep earlier in the day because we'd spent almost the entire morning running around, getting things done, spread, about 50 bales of pine straw throughout the yard. Well, I spread the pine straw. She just picked all the weeds. That was sort of our agreement, but it was a good day. We had a beautiful day yesterday, and it was a good way to spend Easter. Very good way to spend Easter. Well, and to Trump's point, here's why the era of lawless leftist judges are likely ending very soon. The U.S. Supreme Court is preparing to weigh in on one of the most significant legal power plays in recent memory: whether individual federal trial judges can continue to issue nationwide injunctions that derail national policy. The High Court's move could mark a turning point in Trump's administrative effort to rein in what it sees as activist judges stifling the will of the elected government. John Yoo, a law professor at UC Berkeley and former Justice Department official, broke down the issue during an appearance on Fox News, where he explained the gravity of the situation, why the Supreme Court is now stepping in. This is about who controls all those. And there's about 675 federal judges spread out all over the country. And some of them have been bringing the federal government, bringing President Trump's agenda to a screeching halt, even though they don't have anybody say who works for the government or any of the illegal aliens or any of the spending in their own courtrooms. In recent years, liberal activists have filed lawsuits in strategically chosen jurisdiction where they know they'll find a sympathetic judge. The result: leftist district judge with no direct connection to the underlying policy or parties involved have been able to issue injunctions blocking Trump's administration directives nationwide, from immigration enforcement to federal spending priorities. Now, what's going on here, I think it's important to understand, is that the Supreme Court is already signaling that they're very sympathetic to the Trump administration. The Supreme Court scheduled an oral argument for May 15th. That day raised eyebrows among legal observers, as the court typically stops hearing arguments by April and shifts to issuing decisions in pending cases. The fact that the justices have called for arguments in May suggests the urgency and significance of the issue. They'd never hear his cases in May, you explained. Usually they'd be done with their business. They'd be sending out opinions by now. They've basically called a special session in order to hear President Trump's claims that there should not be unlimited nationwide injunctions, that they should be under the control of the Supreme Court. The specific case revolves around Trump's executive order targeting birthright citizenship, but you emphasize that the justices may not even reach that policy question. The real issue is the unchecked legal activism that's been allowing district court judges to assume authority over foreign policy, immigration, and federal hiring and spending. Well, whether you agree or disagree with President Trump's order on birthright citizenship, they may not even get to the question, because the key thing here is for the Supreme Court to put an end to the 675 trial judges who think they can run foreign policy, spending, and hiring throughout the federal government. If the court sides with Trump's administration, it could dramatically reshape how federal power is contested in the courtroom and restore constitutional limits on unelected judges meddling in national affairs. And that right there is absolutely insane. And speaking of absolutely insane, you got to see this.
Let's get started. Oh, that's real good.
Oh, that's not even the new one. Doggone it.
I know it. I was like, not quite the intro I was expecting, but you know,
It works. It works.
boy, talk about going downhill. You went from being with Mo on Friday to me on a Monday.
Hey, you on a Monday is better than me all alone. Just saying. Sometimes
Fair point.
Sometimes I feel good whenever I'm alone, but you know, it's so much better.
You keep that to yourself. Nobody wants to know what you're doing while you're alone, Chizzy.
When I'm alone, I think about you and I touch myself.
Oh, God. That's nasty.
It's nasty, so fancy.
Nasty.
So how you doing this morning, brother? Did you have a good Easter?
Not too bad. Had a really good Easter. Spent time with the fam, and you know, weather is surprisingly very cooperative. So it's been nice. It's been nice. Normally it's like a little bit cold or on Easter, but no, it was nice.
Yeah, this was probably the first Easter I can think of where it wasn't just a nasty Easter.
Yeah.
and is in short memory, I'm just like damn. I mean, because I remember last Easter was just like I'm staying in bed.
Yes, Miami, we do need the new promo. If only somebody would send it to us.
I do have it.
Oh, you do have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do have it. I had uploaded that one last week, and I was like, doggone it. See, here we go. Let me. I'm uploading it as we speak, Miami.
Uploading
Get off my
now.
case. Get off my case. Yes, it says uploading, processing. I'll play it for you, just for you, Miami, just for you. Oh, yeah, met up with Kaiser. Was it Saturday?
Yeah, how was that?
It was good. It was fun. We had a great time. I love the picture we put out there just to have some fun with people.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Oh. He posted it on X, and then he tagged Laura Needy in it.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, this is gonna be fun. He can't wait for Dollywood. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's looking totally forward.
I'm so excited for Dollywood. It's not even funny.
You have no idea. It's going to be, I'm going to need it by then. I've got so much that's going to be happening in the meantime. Man.
Yeah, you're going to be a busy man.
Yeah. Oh, All right, here we go. It's uploaded. Here's the new one just for you, Miami. This will make you feel better.
Let's get started. Oh, that's real good.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much better. Much
Yeah,
better.
much better.
I'm glad Lent's over because I feel like I'm going to have to be heavily medicated around all you people. Just saying.
You probably will have to be. It's gonna be
Yeah.
be good. Can't wait for Dollywood 2025. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Is Mo gonna be in Dollywood? Yes.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
That was probably my biggest surprise because I knew of pretty much everybody else that was going to be there, and then it was like, wait, is Mo in the video? She's
Mhm.
coming.
Yeah. Well,
Awesome.
we talked about it on Friday before last, not last Friday, but the Friday before last, and she was
Yeah.
just like, "Yeah, I'm coming." I was just like, "Well, did you reach out to White Rabbit?" And she was just like, "No, I hadn't reached out to White Rabbit." I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Why reach out to White Rabbit? You have
That's
to,
right.
you have to
If you're
reach
coming
out
to
to her."
Dollywood, you got to let us know, folks.
That song will get really long.
Right.
What happens at Dollywood stays at Dollywood. Well,
Hashtag Dollywooding.
well,
If you know,
yeah.
you know.
I don't know because I wasn't there.
That's right. You weren't there, so you don't know.
I don't know anything. I just know that I wasn't there. I've been lambasted ever since. Well, and you saw that Van Hollen is trying to rewrite the script of his El Salvador stunt. He says, "I'm not defending the man." Bullshit.
Uh-huh.
Bullshit. Way to try to walk it back. Well, last week, he scrambled to contain the fallout from his tone-deaf El Salvador stunt quickly turned into a political fiasco. The Maryland Democrat who initially grandstanded about his efforts to rescue a deported MS-13 gang member is now full damage control, desperately trying to rewrite the narrative of the trip that backfired spectacularly. Van Hollen even hit the Sunday talk shows to contain the fallout, curiously insisting to Jonathan Karl of ABC News this week that he's not defending Kilmore Garcia. He said he's defending the rule of law. Well, the
Oh,
rule of
uh-huh.
law.
Yeah.
Yeah. Host Jonathan Karl pressed Van Hollen on some pretty serious allegations of abuse made by Garcia's wife in court. Allegations that President Trump has recently brought to national attention. Obviously, everybody in this country, even those undocumented immigrants, have rights. But are you concerned about standing so forcefully with somebody that has, at least a questionable record? Here's the thing. No, you don't have those rights. You're not an American citizen. You don't have the rights of an American citizen.
You are illegal. Period.
If I take my happy ass over to any country in the world and expect to be treated like an American citizen, that's not going to happen.
I guess that's what I find so funny because Democrats want to idolize the European model so much. Do you realize what the immigration policies are over there?
Oh, gee, even Mexico, they'll kick you out just for looking the wrong way.
Exactly.
People don't get this.
It's like, no, these people should allowed to be here. No, they shouldn't. They're a drain on resources.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to know why your taxes get really, really high? Well, there you go. Oh no, it's the tariffs. It's the tariffs. Wasn't it the tariffs like just a week ago? I mean,
Right. Right.
It's
Well,
like,
it's like I got thinking about this the other day. I was like, I don't mind going. I don't mind my tax dollars, my money going towards programs that actually help people, that help
right.
the American citizen. People. I mean, that was the whole point of it. Is like if you're down, the money is there to help you out. I don't have a problem with that. The problem I have is when you're just trying to do stuff for political points and you're giving out money to people that aren't even citizens of this country.
Yes. I mean, because this right here, because this their lovely writer here says his immigration status was reviewed in formal proceedings before multiple judges, notably 2 separate immigration judges, independently determined that Garcia was a member of MS-13. A finding that was never overturned or disputed in subsequent legal filings. Garcia was represented by legal counsel throughout and took full advantage of the appeals process. Several of his appeals were reviewed by higher courts and ultimately rejected. Adding to the legal weight against him, Garcia's wife sought a protective order through a U.S. court. The judge in that case found that Garcia had committed acts of domestic abuse, further strengthening the government's case for removal. Taken together, these facts dismantle the narrative that Garcia was denied fair treatment. His deportation came only after a lengthy legal process, multiple court filings, and ample opportunity to challenge the government's case, proving that due process was not only afforded, but exhausted.
I'm not a member of MS-13. I am a member of MS-13. Wait, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. God, my mother didn't die. Oh my gosh, dude, I've got so many cool things. You've seen like whenever someone becomes a member, what happens now? Have you seen that?
No.
Welcome to the shit show. Every single day.
Appropriate.
A new flavor of fuckery. Cause everybody's such, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of rocks. Monday, bullshit. Tuesday, bullshit. Wednesday, fuck. And then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, boulder, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery. Yeah, we'll have it all over again.
Just please don't let this become another banjo incident.
Oh no, they tried it last night. They couldn't keep up though.
Oh, yeah?
Because
Yeah.
I can shorten it very quickly. And then I just
Ooh, sound effects. You get like MG.
yes. I'm actually figuring things out. I took some time to do that. Oh well, no, as I told you, I got that Roadcaster for really cheap.
Yeah.
Well, it crashed on me like in the most glorious way. Like it was beautiful because I was doing something and I use the same microphone and earbuds and everything whenever I'm working to like
Yeah.
answer the phone. And I had gone for lunch and I had done absolutely nothing on it except for tweak out like the sound a little bit because I was having that echo problem. Sounded like I was in a small hall or something. So I went and fixed the damn thing, got that taken care of. Well, Dwayne, you only get that whenever you become a member.
That's not how this works.
If you're
That's
already
not
a
how
member.
this works.
I can do this right here.
Welcome to the shit show.
There you go. That's about all you get.
Oh, I like that. I like
Yeah.
that.
But see, like I said, I can shorten it. But what that does give you is it gives you one of these beautiful stars right here on the helmet. See, that's what the super chats give you. Thank you.
So I gotta ask a question that's probably on everybody's mind. Will the helmet show up to Dollywood?
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Oh yeah. The helmet will be there. The helmet will be there. I can't wear it the whole time because that thing starts hurting your head. Oh, I gotta figure out a way to make that thing soft. 'Cause it's like it cuts right into your skull.
We're talking about the helmet, right?
Yes, yes. Mhm. Well, if Miami said I'd never be soft. Dwayne says, well, I will make sure that you play it again, damn it.
Welcome to the shit show. Every single day. A new flavor of fuckery. Cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of flops. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, vulgar, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery. Ever all over again.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Dwayne. That gets Shizzy a bigger helmet. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. Due process in a Salvadorian prison about Americans' rights devastated by MS-13. How about standing up for law-abiding citizens who expect safety in their communities? Instead, Van Hollen wants us to sympathize with gang members who have no business in this country in the first place. Yeah, he got lambasted. I mean, and Holman did the same thing.
It's so damn stupid. You're sticking up for a illegal gang member.
Yeah.
How dumb do you look?
Well, because he can't help himself.
I mean, more than that, as a U.S. Senator traveled El Salvador on taxpayer dime to meet with an MS-13 gang member, public safety threat terrorist. I mean, in the meantime, the day before he traveled, an illegal alien was arrested for murder, released to the streets rather than honoring an ICE detainer in his very own state. What concerns me is Van Halen never went to the border the last 4 years on Joe Biden when he had a 600% increase in sex trafficking in women and children. You have a record number of no-inspected terrorists crossing that border. You had 250,000 Americans die from fentanyl overdose because of the open border. You got over 4,000 illegal aliens died making that journey, which is an historic record. What shocks me is he's remained silent on the travesty that happened on our southern border. Many people died. Thousands of people died. I've met with hundreds of angel moms and dads who buried their children that were murdered by an illegal alien. How many angel moms and dads has he met in the state of Maryland? That's what concerns me.
Yeah. I mean, come on, Holman. He's just like, he just hammered him.
Because God forbid you stick up for American citizens.
Yes. I just can't believe it. This is better than cowbells. Why would you do that?
We can always use more cowbell.
More cowbell. Every time you say helmet, it reminds me of Mike Moranis' lines.
Yes. Dark helmet.
Dark helmet.
It's what Shizzy's going to use his 3D printer. He's going to print up something to go over the top of the helmet. He's going to look just like Dark Helmet from Spaceballs.
Oh, no, I am not.
Yes, you are. That's going to be awesome.
No, I'm not. Don't you believe him? Don't you believe him? Oh, man. No, I do. Oh my gosh. I do have something I was going to 3D print, but I just don't have the time to do it. I printed a what do you call it? Not really a silencer. It's more like a resonator for the air rifle. It sort of cuts the sound out a little bit.
He's demonetized.
But it's only for an air rifle or airsoft, you know. So
Nerf gun.
Yeah.
Nerf gun.
Yeah, Nerf gun.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, it's just so you can't hear it whenever it goes. That's it.
It's not like the squirrels ever see it coming, Shiz. Come on.
No, that's true. That's true. I think I got 3 of them over the past couple of days. They just look at you and they go, "Hey, what's that?" Then they find out. It's a good thing that I don't miss. Because it wouldn't happen a second time. Ah. You should print out a giant S. Giant S and a tiny Windows sucker to it so you can stick. Hilarious. Oh, wow. I could go to Dollywood with wish I could go to Dollywood with you guys. It's gonna be a fun time.
Oh,
yes.
Everybody's gonna wish they were there.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fun.
Oh.
The best part is not only is it fun, it's laid back.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just there having a good time with some good people. That's really what it is.
Yeah. It's not like we're going to, you know, a Trump rally or something like that. It's not like that. We're just
no, that'd be fun.
That would be fun, but that's
fun.
not what it's going to be. I mean, if you want it to be, it just won't be around me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I've got an idea that it's going to be probably one of the better Dollywoods, because I'll be there.
Yeah. Shizzy will actually show up, allegedly.
Allegedly.
I'm not going to believe it until I see it.
Well, it will happen.
It's like how MG conveniently had an excuse not to go again.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he says that he sprained something while, you know, kung fuing with a child or something. Likely story. Likely
doing karate
story
with little kids.
Mm-hmm. Well, I pulled my groin because I got my ass kicked by a 5-year-old.
How many groins do you have? I mean, come on.
Got his ass kicked by a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
That's exactly what happened. He's too embarrassed to show up because he got his ass kicked by a 5-year-old. Come on.
Oh, you just started posting some of your shelter poles and fosters. Awesome. That's beautiful.
Cool.
That's beautiful. Yeah, my pups have been all of them came from shelters, sort of. Yeah. One of them was sort of kidnapped. Yeah.
So we go over to see the family for Easter yesterday.
Oh yeah.
And come back home to find out the dogs had gotten to the Easter candy. They had it was on a place where they, you know, because they're not bad about getting up on countertops and stuff. Well, by God, they were yesterday. We come home and it was like, what the hell happened?
Oh,
luckily they're fine. They're fine. But it was just like, oh dear Lord, what the hell is wrong with y'all? And
you said
some of us, I'm not going to
something
name
came
any
up.
names, had a total freak out over the Easter candy being completely eaten, and it was not Diva.
Well, yeah, because it was my Easter candy.
Exactly. It's exactly what it was. It's like, son of a bitch.
It's like, I hope you're sick.
Hey,
Luckily,
luckily, Easter candy is 50% off on Easter.
Ah, yes. And then it'll be like 75% off today if there's any left.
Oh, I know. Well, hell, we went to Walmart and they had already cleared off the damn shelves.
I know.
I'm like, it's Easter and you've already cleaned the shelves bare.
I know.
Give it a day.
No, they start prepping up for Mother's Day like the day after.
Mother's Day or Memorial Day, either one.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Yeah, Memorial Day. Ooh, yeah, Memorial Day. I will be on the road between places. Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, is that when you're doing the trip? Okay.
Actually, it'll be the weekend before Memorial Day. I'll be between places. So
imagine having to travel in Memorial Day traffic doing what you got to do.
Well, I'm going the opposite of where everybody else is going to be going.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, man.
I know. It still sucks, and also in a truck. Oh my Lord Almighty!
Watch me as I film my misery.
It will be too. It'd be just like, oh my God, I've got to go past the Indian burial grounds both ways. So,
Ooh,
fun. Whenever everyone says, "Well, what does that mean?" Well, there's a very specific spot on 85. Is that right? 85. Yeah, 85. There's a very 75.
No, it's not 75.
It could be. No, it's 75. Going south. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah, it's 75.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So there's a specific spot because 75 runs into 16 and then and also 475. Anyhow, there's a very specific spot around Eagles Pass that I swear to God there's an Indian burial ground there. They've got 6 lanes of traffic and it comes to a dead stop. And it's not, and I swear to God, there is nothing for miles, but for whatever reason, traffic just comes to a complete crawl, going both ways. My wife figured it out though. She says there has to be an Indian burial ground here because it is cursed. It is cursed.
Well,
I don't know what it is. It just gets really bad. Just and you're guaranteed to run into it. Just that's where I got my ticket on the. Well, I didn't get a ticket. I just got pulled over on the way back. Went like 85 and a 65 or something.
gotta be careful.
Yeah,
especially in that state.
Mm-hmm. Well,
trust me, I know.
The police officer was really nice and let me off with a warning, which I heeded. Trust me. And that one, I was like, absolutely, officer. You're not writing me a ticket. I'm going to speed limit all the way home.
I'm setting my cruise control to 69.
Ding ding. Baltimore Beltway is the same. Yeah. There's always just that one spot where there's no reason for traffic to be sucking. Well, and did you see what happened with Tim Dillon?
No.
Oh my God. So Tim Dillon, there's a new comedy special to promote. You got to make the media rounds. This was backdrop stand-up comedian Tim Dillon's recent run-in with CNN. It's also available on the Netflix, by the way, if you have it. For the uninitiated, Tim Dillon is a gay comedian who lives in Los Angeles that loves to tweak the left on the nose and occasionally other body parts. He's an independent thinker with a soft spot for absurdity, as Vulture described him. He's also an FOG, friend of Joe Rogan. They've been guests on each other's podcasts to support each other's careers before the 2024 election. One of Dillon's guests was none other than J.D. Vance. It was while appearing on Joe Rogan Experience in an episode released yesterday that Dillon recounted the behind-the-scenes drama of his much ballyhooed CNN feature story. Comics like Tim Dillon helped Trump reach young men Democrats want in on the joke. Here's how CNN framed the political comedy scene. Digital creators like Dillon, irreverent, predominantly male, and previously politically unclassifiable, emerged as key force behind Trump's victory. Democrats and Republicans alike have credited these podcasters, YouTubers, and self-styled contrarians for driving support for Trump among men, particularly those under 40. My analytics say completely different. Trust me on that. It's not yet clear if the dynamic will hold. Democrats say they're already adapting to address corners of the internet they have long overlooked in Republicans.
Oh, they haven't adapted to shit.
I know. Republicans concede Trump's singular celebrity may prove challenging to replicate within the entertainment industry. Opinions are mixed on how this new wave of influencers will wield their clout going forward. But it's a put such guys as Tim Dillon in the media crosshairs because it's a roundabout way. They're blaming him for Trump's victory. A post-election review of the digital landscape by the progressive media watchdog Media Matters found right-leaning online content has 5 times as many followers. Maybe because it's more fucking entertaining. As
it's
programs,
funnier.
Exactly.
It's actually funny.
And I would play it, but I will get banned on
Oh,
It'll
yeah.
copyright me. So what it is Dylan says, I did a CNN interview for an hour because I'm promoting my special. Rogan, who did you talk to? Dylan. This girl, Elle Reeves. Note the CNN article is credited to Steve Contorno. She was cool. You know, when you see the Vice documentaries where she talks to the Yahtzees and the incels, oh, Jesus, it was that chick. They sent her in, Rogan. That's a good move for them. Dylan, this is hilarious. So I'm sitting there and she sits down. It's like, are there any left-wing comedians? And I named 10 of them. And that is in all arenas. And she's like, oh, because her whole thing now is that podcasters are the most powerful people in the world. And she goes, do you think your friends are the news establishment? I said, well, there's 22 intelligence agencies and an entire legacy media. There's lots of Ivy League schools. There's that. Do I think podcaster and comedian Theo Van is the new establishment? No, I don't think so. I think he ran an really unpopular candidate. I don't think Americans like child sex changes, and I don't think they want an open border. I think, if you co-opted some of those issues, you might have won. Then they say to me at CNN, they're like, we're editing the interview. I said, put the hour out. I sat there for an hour and we had a nice conversation. Then she goes like this. She goes, I can't believe you show up. People have said they can't come on CNN because Joe Rogan would get mad at them. And I said, that's absolutely ridiculous. And Rogan says, why would I care?
Right.
I said he doesn't care. He would never care. Oh, that's silly, says Rogan. It's the silliest thing ever. They think we're at war. Dylan, she goes, what do you think of the Joe Rogan show? Why is it so popular? I go, well, one of the reasons is he doesn't edit people. They're not edited. They come on, they say what they want to say, and there's no editing.
Yeah,
CNN.
CNN.
Yeah. CNN goes, she's comedy right wing. She goes, name our left of center comedians. I named literally 8 of them and said they're all in arenas. What are you talking about, Rogan? It's so dumb, by the way. I used to be left of center according to the metrics of 2015. Rogan also continues, they also want me to be an enemy of CNN. I don't give an F about CNN. I hope CNN corrects course and does real news. I just concentrate on the news and all this effing. I don't want editorial comments about morons, right? When you're force feeding me Don Lemon's opinion on how the world should be, how everyone should be shamed if they don't get vaccinated, if you're force feeding me morons, of course your ratings plummeted. Of course, and you guys lied about so many fucking things and never corrected yourself. They're an arm of the Democrat National Committee, and they're an arm of that party, said Dylan. Exactly. That's what they don't get. It's that comes back to that left can't meme.
Well, and it also shows that, let's generate fake controversy.
Yeah.
Well, you're not allowed to come on because Joe Rogan could care less. The beauty about Rogan's podcast is he sits there for probably 3 hours with a guest and just lets them talk.
And has a conversation
edited,
with them.
they just talk.
Yes. And that's all he's ever done. What was that? Weingarten or something like that came on and, started saying, well, so-and-so said such and I don't even remember what it was. And Joe Rogan was like, Jamie, pull that up. They never said that. Or where is that? That's, she was lambasting Trump or something like that.
Yeah. He fact checks in real time. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, let's go ahead and pull that up.
He goes,
why you've got the guests there.
He goes, I've never seen that, and it was the, things like the whenever Trump said that Yahtzees and white supremacists were fine people. It's like, he never said that. It's like, where are you getting this from? It's because it was edited. What he said was that, people were there protesting, pulling down statues. And, the protesters there, you've got people from the left and from the right. They're both fine people. But, I condemn these white supremacists that took it to the next level.
It's like,
I condemn the people on the left and on the right for taking this to a level that shouldn't be happening. We shouldn't have that kind of discourse in our country, but they had to make it sound like, oh, Trump is all white supremacist for everybody.
Well, that's see, Rogan's podcasts are more like actual civil discourse where you got plenty of time. It's unedited. You can hear the full context of somebody's conversation instead of just a soundbite, which is what the news media does.
Exactly.
And it's like I mean, hell, for crying out loud, it's done on YouTube all the time, these clip channels, which I don't have a problem with clip channels, believe me. But I'm like, okay, you're playing that and it sounds controversial, but what's the whole context?
Right.
I want to be able to base an opinion on somebody based upon the whole thing, not just some little soundbite of, oh, I really like this person because of this soundbite. Well, did you listen to the rest of the conversation?
Yeah.
Where you sound like a complete idiot?
Speaking of clip channels and sound bites, you see that Nick Rekieta is back?
I did.
Oh my God, that was glorious.
I watched it. I was that was more like the old Nick.
Yeah. Yeah. That was the Nick that I enjoyed so much. Whenever I've said this before, Nick was one of the inspirations for me even starting doing the YouTube stuff.
Well, he's an inspiration for a lot of people.
Exactly.
I mean, for crying out loud, Nick brought a lot of people to the forefront that would have never even done this because I'm just going to be honest. Most of the quote unquote law tube, which I hate that word.
Yeah.
Most lawyers that are on YouTube are boring as shit.
Yes.
It's boring. You sit there and they want to go over the technical details. And unless you're a law nerd, you could care less.
Exactly.
And what Nick did was he would explain those things, but he would be entertaining too. So that kind of upped the game for that genre. And that's what made it entertaining. Now, when, of course, when he started going overboard, I was like, okay, I can't watch this anymore.
Yeah, it did get to the point where it was going overboard.
And
it became more about the drama than the actual, watching what he was doing. I think and that was a turnoff for a lot of people also, but it also did increase his numbers whenever he started going overboard because people like to see other people
people love to see a train wreck, but I mean, to me, that's not good. That's not good content. Watching people messed up, sloppy drunk on their YouTube channel, that's not entertaining.
No,
it's sad is what it is.
No, that's just getting people to go, oh, who's going to self-destruct next?
Right.
It's just like, no, but he got back to the old Nick and I was happy to see that. I mean, like I said, before I even considered doing the YouTube thing, I would usually watch Nick like in the morning to see what he was talking about the night before. If I wasn't watching the news or something like that. Hold on just a second. And seeing how he was back to his old self, just hitting the key points, talking about things that mattered to him and, calling out the bullshit that he saw.
Right.
And, a lot of these folks that came up on the heels of Nick really, just, it was like they got joy in watching someone fail.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a problem with people criticizing Nick because God knows Nick's criticized enough people over the years. I don't have a problem with that. What I do have a problem with is the people that were supposedly his friends and the people that greatly benefited from being on his channel. Yeah. And now they're stabbing him in the back.
Thanks, J-Hep. I appreciate it. Yeah. And that was the thing. It was like they decided to, find somebody, they're in their weakest vulnerable spot, and then just watching them,
Yeah.
And not that I'm saying you shouldn't have highlighted the downfall of what happened.
No. Don't get me wrong. What he did was messed up.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not, it's messed up. I can't even comprehend that level of depravity and everything that went on.
Yeah. No.
But you know what? At the end of the day, that's not my life. That doesn't affect me one damn bit.
No, it doesn't affect me at all. They found legal vices through Nick. I found quite a few people that I still follow, even some of them that despise Nick and have issues with Nick. I still follow and watch their stuff because they have good content.
Well, and I'll give you an example. I started watching, like, I didn't know anything about Ricada. I know a lot of people got on board through Rittenhouse. I didn't. I didn't even know who he was until the Depp trial.
Okay. I can see that.
And I was very interested in the Depp trial, and I would kind of watch this, that, and the other. And I started watching him, and I was like, oh, okay, well, this is entertaining. And I would check out some of the other streams, and I was like, this is just boring. All they're doing is wanting to go over the little technical aspects of this, and this is what I think, and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
So I would find myself going back over to watch Nick.
Yeah.
It was a better show.
It was so much better. And I mean, Rittenhouse did him really good. I mean, Depp took him over the top. I'm serious about that. Knock it off. Look, thank you so much. Good morning, fellas. I pumped for next week. What does it say? Man, my eyes are blurry. Are we? It says, are we? How pumped for next week are we? I don't know. What's happening next week?
I'm confused.
I need a sticker since Shizzy forgot to send me an Easter basket. Thank you very much, JM.
You don't want Shizzy with bunny ears showing up at your front door, okay?
No. Oh my God. You have, if those dogs had not chowed down on that chocolate, it was an Easter meat that you would meat story that you would not want to miss. Let's put it that way. Sunday Spice is going to be off the rails.
Oh my goodness.
You have no
Heart
idea.
free.
Yes, the chocolate gets crazy.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. Megan, Tug, Larry through What the Hells? No, see.
Yeah. And that's what happens. You'll watch creators and then you'll be like, oh, I didn't know about this person. You go check them out because of whatever channel you're following.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, oh yeah, these are my new favorites. And I found them through. So, I mean, that's how it works.
Yes. And that's why networking is so important, with this. And whenever they say networking, it's not like you're going out there and saying, oh, what can you do for me? Can I do for you? It's just there's a mutual respect that you're just like, hey, I see that you're doing the same kind of thing I am. So why don't you come over here? We'll talk about it. You'll gain a little bit of subscribers and then you go and you do your thing and it's getting eyes on you. That's why you network. And that's very helpful to each and every creator. It helps the person that's doing that because they're getting a voice that might be in disagreement with them, respectfully disagreement with them. And then they might be able to pull some people over their direction one way or the other.
Right.
So you get those kinds of like tit for tat kind of things.
Well, I mean, crying out loud, morning shows, like, this is an entertaining show. This is what I usually listen to. Even if I'm, going to work, I'll still have it on in the background or whatever. You got you, and then you've got Mo, who is absolutely hilarious. And now the two of you come together on Fridays. I mean, that's a hell of a show.
It is. We have a blast on Fridays. I mean, it starts.
I don't come
later,
on YouTube to look up serious situations or this, that. I come on to YouTube to be entertained.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I've found that YouTube can be more entertaining whenever you're not worried about the minutia or the bullshit of it.
Right.
And so there's so many people that they're so concerned with this, with the drama, that they forget that these people that they're looking at, that's how they're living their life. You've become part of that story, and I don't ever want to become a part of someone's story.
No, but I mean that was the premise behind FNL. The whole purpose of FNL was to get a bunch of people together and just have a good time.
And that's why it's going to be such a good time. June.
June 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Oh, just cannot wait. I mean, I've got it marked on my calendar, and I look at it whenever it gets closer. I always make sure that I don't have anything booked up, because I found that there's going to be a wedding at the latter part of June, which is going to be cool, because then my wife will be out of country for a period of time.
Left to my own devices.
Yes, I won't be going with her out of country. I told her I had no desire to go this time, and it's gonna be a short trip anyway. But she was just like, I'm gonna go visit my mother. Blah blah blah.
Have fun.
I was like, have fun, have a good time. I was like, I'm taking my happy ass back home. I got things to do.
That's right.
Someone has to take care of the puppies.
Thank you. I have my favorites. We enjoy doing it.
Yeah, we do. Sunday Spice I've changed it up a little bit. It's going to be good. It's going to be really good.
Yeah.
And also I'm changing up the morning streams a little bit too.
Oh,
yeah. You'll see. It'll
I'm afraid to ask.
It'll happen. No, there's good reason for doing some of these things. Yeah, I'll explain later. I'll explain all of it later. It's
explain
good.
it all later.
It's really good. But I'm going to grab a cup of coffee. Do you want me to play the little
do
thing?
it? I need
All
coffee
right.
too.
All right, let's do this. We'll be right back in just a couple of seconds, and enjoy the dance.
Step aside, y'all, it's my time to shine. I'm feeling the groove with these hips of mine. Hands in the air like spaghetti gone rogue. My knees are jelly and my hips just broke. Shaking it, breaking it, what a blast. Wobble it, wiggle it, shake that ass. Do a jig or a jog, wiggle it to the side, or break that hip bone by moving your ass. Step up or stand aside. My shoulders pop like a rusty hinge. My fingers point like they're on a binge. Twirl like a tornado, then drop real low. It's not planned, it's a shit sideshow. I've got the rhythm of a clock that's broke. My dance floor moves are a big effing joke. Shaking it, breaking it, what a blast. Wobble it, wiggle it, shake that ass. Do a jig or a jog, wiggle it to the side, or break that hip bone by moving your ass. Step up or stand aside. Rig like a lava lamp, mesmerizing glow. You can't help but watch me steal the show. I summon the shake, the shimmy, the twist, a mix of genius and a big old fist. You're drawn in close, your feet start to twitch, feeling the groove like a broke-ass bitch. Yeah! Shaking it, breaking it, what a blast. Wobble it, wiggle it, shake that ass. Do a jig or a jog, wiggle it to the side, or break that hip bone by moving your ass. Step up or stand aside. Now we're all in the shake, no need to be shy. Move like spaghetti and reach for the sky. We'll dance like we're cursed, laugh to a soar. Shizzy whiz nut reigns forevermore. So join the dance, let your weirdness unfurl. We're shaking ass, not a care in the world.
It kills me every time. Oh, and I've got a new one to add to that too.
Oh yeah.
So you saw that guy is back, right?
No.
Oh my gosh. I hadn't shown that. I showed it one stream and I was just because Rosalind, the sweetheart that she absolutely is, make sure you go sub up to her because she's awesome. She sent it to me and I was just like, you've got to be kidding me. She was like, oh no, he's back. I was like, no. Let me see if I can find it here. Oh, yes, here it is. I've got to make sure the music is muted because it has Miami Sound Machine playing in the background.
Ah, okay.
All right, what I have here is I actually have the music to it. So, well, I have music I can put over it. So let me find some here real quick. So here he comes. Here he comes. Mm-hmm.
Step aside, y'all, it's my time to shine. I'm feeling the groove with these hips of mine. Hands in the air, spaghetti gone rogue. My knees are jelly and my hips just broke.
I told you it was there. Yeah, she said that to me. She was like, check it out. He's back. I was like, oh yeah. Have a great day, everyone. When you're heading out, will you have a good one, Miami?
Bye,
See you
Miami.
very
Go to
soon.
work. Make me money.
Yeah, make me some money. Get either that or get in the kitchen. Why are you still wearing your shoes, woman? Make me some biscuits.
That was Shizzy, not me.
Oh, she just even said that. I don't want to threaten her. She will cut you. Oh, I love Miami. She's an absolute sweetheart.
Oh, she's awesome. She's
Oh,
awesome.
man. Oh, man. So have a good day, Miami Spice. Tic Tac. Tic Tac ruined these kids. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. God, what are these people doing? See, I should not be watching this.
What,
I should not be watching this. Oh my God. No.
what are you watching?
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I have to do this.
Yeah, you're on. Yeah.
They're gonna catch her. Oh, go!
They're gonna catch her. They're gonna catch her.
You're gonna catch her.
No, they didn't catch her. They were like, oh my God, this bowling ball's moving too fast at us.
Oops. Awkward.
Don't be flattered. He calls me sweetheart as well.
Well, that's true, Jay.
Yeah. Well, I do. Bowling. But so we got midget wrestling one night, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't that happening?
That's probably not gonna happen for the simple reason that it's too much damn trouble.
Yeah.
But don't worry. We'll have fun that night.
Yeah.
We'll have fun.
Oh my gosh. Could you imagine? Could you imagine 8,000 people showing up?
Well, I mean, for crying out loud, Valhalla's one of their managers.
That's true. That's true. Oh,
They'd had to put you to work. You fit right in with them. The rest of the midget wrestlers.
Exactly. There you go. That would be
Little
me.
people, however
Little-
the hell you say it.
Little peoples. Oh my God.
Sorry, I'm not politically correct. If y'all ain't figured this out.
No. Neither am I. Midget bowling. No, we're not having
Midget
Baker.
bowling.
We're not having Baker back. Awesome. Tom Gillis made it to the 10K.
Thank
Love it.
goodness.
Now
Tom
you'll-
Gillis is awesome, y'all.
Now you'll stop bitching at me.
Well, for one thing. Number
Oh, well.
two, I mean, we actually have, as a YouTube friend, we actually have a legitimate PGA pro. This isn't some guy who's working in some little golf range in West Texas. No, this is a dude that's an actual card carrying PGA pro.
Yes.
I mean, the man is awesome. He's got a great personality too.
Yes, he does. Like he's one of the kindest people that you could possibly meet.
Oh yeah, he's great. He's great.
I mean, I watched him like give golf tips, to somebody that's like, well, check out my swing. What do you think? And he's, well, here's where you're messing up. You need to lower your elbow or whatever and do this and like just help them out. And
See,
it's
I would love to watch the Masters with Tom Gillis.
Oh God, yeah.
Just to hear all his critiques and stories and stuff. I think that'd just be so cool.
Yeah. I was born during I was not born during the PC generation. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, I was not either. I was born whenever you did something really stupid and dude would look at you and go, "Gay. Why you gotta be such a fag?" What the hell, man?
Exactly.
Like, dude, I'm not gay. I didn't say you were.
You know how I know you're gay?
But now I'm gonna call you gay just because I can. Just like, oh, people missed out on that. They missed out on that as kids because it was just like, oh, don't say that because then you're gonna make them all sensitive. It's just what? No, you got to have that little bit of ribbing, a little bit of fun, a little bit of taunting. Makes you stronger.
Which YouTube forces you to not say.
What, a bag of sticks?
Yeah.
What? Why are you not allowed to say that?
Cigarette. It's a cigarette.
Yes.
It's a British term for a cigarette.
You don't know that? I mean, there's some people, I guess, they just don't understand what that is.
No, they don't.
They've never been to Britain.
Exactly.
Or the Britons. I didn't know this until, I was much older, that Brittany was because that's where the Britons came from. They migrated there. Like they left Britain to come over to France. They just got on boats and were like, screw this place, it sucks.
See, lots of people were getting out of Britain.
Yeah. And I was born in 61. Well, it's a good thing you weren't born from a 69 because I would be really concerned.
Be impressive though.
It would be impressive. I was born in the punch card age. Yeah, there was punch cards. Oh, yeah, not a PC age, but it was punch cards where we had a whole box of them, and you had to put those things in line. And what would happen is somebody would trip and fall, spill the cards. It's like, oh crap! How are we going to add up 2 + 2?
Right.
Because you had to use all these punch cards just to do a simple task. Oh,
what I always thought was funny was, growing up, they would say, well, you can't use your calculators, blah, blah. I'm like, hell, it's what everybody uses now.
Yeah. Yeah. I hated that type of programming. Yeah, there was a lot of people that hated that kind of programming. And if you think about it, the computers that they use to navigate spaceships, to launch rockets, the computers that they were using then, oh my God,
they were less powerful than my phone.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. And if just imagine if you could have taken something like that from the future and brought it to them and said, here,
reverse engineer this.
Yeah, where we would be at today. Oh my God.
I'd probably finally have my damn flying car.
Yeah.
The Jetsons promised me a damn flying car, and I still haven't seen one yet.
Oh, and did you ever hear what what Elon said about the flying cars. You know, they were just like, oh, well, you can have rockets on cars, and you could. He was like, do you realize how loud
No.
that would be?
You can't. No.
He goes, you know, if you try to putting that kind of technology in it, the amount of downward force that it requires to push you to keep you propelled up off the ground and have you in a flying car it would be immense. Like and the noise would be just crazy. Commodore 64. Hell, the Commodore 64 had more power than the computers that they were running up for launching in 60s. I mean, but you also had guys that knew how to do math, like on the fly.
Yeah.
Like these are guys that were truly rocket engineers.
As opposed to punching stuff into your little graphic calculator.
See, look at this. Look at this. Good morning, boys. Lacing up my Reeboks for the Boston Marathon. I'll give updates on mile 19. Should be an easy 26 miles for me. Tom Gillis, that sounds great. That's right.
Yes, post early and often on Twitter, Tom.
Yes. And congratulations on the 10K, brother. That is awesome. See? Yeah.
I'm happy for him. He deserves it.
Yes, he does. Cannot wait for his next what will it be next? 100K? Is that what we're pushing for now, Tom? 100K? Yes, finally.
The road to 100K.
The road to 100K. No, thank you, Tom. Tom Gillis, you've been an absolute brother, and we appreciate you. $1 million. Oh, he's saying to help with it. 100,000.
Yes.
I'm going for $1 million.
Yes, go for broke, baby.
That's right.
If your dreams don't scare you, you need to dream bigger.
Oh, well, yes. Strong legs and swift feet. Well, hell, just doing the run. That's impressive, especially at your age. It's so much fun.
Hey, I'm like most people, you know, walking out my house and my front yard to the mailbox is an achievement for me. So I can only imagine doing the Boston Marathon. Jesus.
Dream big. Just look out for microwaves and toaster ovens. Crock pots.
Yeah, watch out for crock pots.
Yeah, if you see any crock pots sitting around, run faster.
Learn to run.
Yes, you are an inspiration.
You are, sir. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know, speaking of like inspirations, we have one of the most glorious inspirations that I think everybody should be looking to achieve, and that is
Let's get started. Oh, that's real good.
So you should be inspiring for that right there, like MLK, George Floyd, etc.
Exactly.
Oh my God. Yes. I love it. See, this is why Tom Gillis is so much fun, because he gets it. There's so many YouTubers that don't quite get it.
No, they take themselves too damn seriously.
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
Like West Coast, Mest Coast, city to become sanctuary for men who dress as women. Welcome to the West Coast, Mest Coast, where Democrats keep overspending and underwhelming. And now they want taxpayers to ante up for more cash. We'll update you on the next visa envy and treachery attempt by the woke cities to stick it to the man. Hey ho ho, where the heck did my visa go? It's called student visa, or not an activist visa. And after revoking visas of 4 students at the University of Oregon this spring, the Trump administration has informed Oregon's land-grant university, Oregon State, that it has revoked the visas of 13 of its international students. It's unclear why these students have been booted out of the country, but it is clear that the Department of Homeland Security has been busily ferreting out anti-American anti-Semites involved in Gaza protests and violence for visa revocation. University spokesperson Rob Odom says Coral Access Gazette-Times that the quick timing by the Trump administration caught them off guard. While immigration records are terminated from time to time for different reasons, the suddenness of these federal agency-initiated actions nationally has led us to review student immigration records even more frequently so that we can provide support to those impacted. Odom says OSU will now join the lawsuit against the Trump administration brought by the American Association of University Professors. Well, tax your street. Oregon voters have gotten even bigger problems. More than 14 new tax increases have considered in the state legislation by Democrats, according to the Taxpayers Association. Among the taxes are 125% increase in wage taxes, a car tax, a 50% increase in gas tax, a new tire tax, 100% increase in DMV fees, a weight and mile tax for truckers, a vehicle delivery charge tax, an EV road use charge, and 63% increase in bike taxes, and so on it goes. I'm beginning to sense there's a theme here. I wonder if they don't like roads and cars there or something. The lap of luxury beliefs. While they're at war going against taxpayers, in Corvallis, Oregon, city council members have been preoccupied with the hurt feelings of a newcomer to its city. A man who dresses as a woman who moved to the city a year ago, who undoubtedly do this very thing, has gotten the council to sign on to become a sanctuary city. The designated as a transgender, intersex, and gender diverse people sanctuary is believed to be the first in the state of Oregon. Under the designation, kids can receive care that affirms the new gender choice, but not their factory setting sex. To affirm their born sex is banned conversion therapy, but to actually attempt to convert a person to the opposite sex is not. I got it. The city will also investigate instances of violence or discrimination committed against transgender, intersex, gender diverse people to ensure that those communities have equal access to healthcare, housing, education, and employment. Well, coyote ugly. Coyotes aren't anything but docile and friendly. Just ask the owner of the dog. I heard you give up his last breath in an attack in California Canyon by Wile E and his pack of cute coyotes. Yes, they tried to make sounds to scare them away, but in Los Angeles...
Music.
Yep,
Of course.
Yep. Just an LA coyote waiting to cross the street. Also in LA, after a manhunt, the LAPD arrested a man caught on ring camera video beating his puppy dog. He called it discipline, but nobody was buying it. I'm not playing it because it's horrible. The man was seen using a metal chain to continuously strike his pit bull mix while it was leashed. The case riveted LA news hounds to put out an APB for the dog and his POS owner, and I hope that they lambast him.
Absolutely.
Shaky situation at the beginning of the week. Southern California was shaken by a 5.2 earthquake, which doesn't sound that big at all unless it happens to you. I've sat through, I think it was a 5 or a 6. It might have been a 4. It was back in the 90s. It was pretty interesting because I was at work and watching the windows shake like this, like they were rattling, like they had serious movement, and I was ducking for cover. And then that you could feel the whole building sway because they're on rollers.
We had it was a smaller earthquake that happened probably a couple miles from here. And it sounded like the aftershock sounded like somebody had run a car through my garage door.
Yeah.
Because it just shook. And I'm like, what in the hell was that? And then come to find out there was I think it was like a 3.2 earthquake or something. I'm like, we don't get earthquakes here.
Yeah, you do. Like
we do now.
Georgia, Tennessee, all set on one of the largest fault lines in the world.
Yeah, but it never had. It's not like California. We just don't. It just doesn't really happen here.
Yeah, because it's a little more stable. It's the tectonic plates that are shifting. But it's pretty cool because you hear this ground moving. It's like, oh, it's crazy. The trembler knocked items off a shelf, scared the kids, and caused people to run outside to get away from the possibility of falling debris. At the San Diego Safari Park, the elephants went into full defensive mode. Like right here. Watch this. Doom, 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 doom. Look at them. Look at them go. They're just like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
Nope.
No, what do we do? Who do we crush? Yeah, they were alerted. They formed a circle to protect the younger member of the herd. They don't know where it's coming from. Like they're not used to earthquakes.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy.
Huh.
Ah, yes. And letters. We got letters and comments. Recent story: Portland leftist radio station put an anti-vax pervert on air for years, and taxpayers helped. They reported on how a local commie radio station, KBOO in Portland, featured a host of discussing pedophilia and subsequent arrests. We received his comment. I've always wondered how
people.
KBOO remained on the air for over 50 years. At any random time of the day, they always aired when no one would pay to hear. Recitation of the wisdom of Chairman Mao, Tibetan throat singing, or the live performance art of people sitting on balloons. I haven't thought about them since the turn of the century. Well said and so true. And they haven't ruined everything yet. My husband promises me he'll take me here next time we're part of the West Coast Mess Coast, the oldest continuing operating bar in Washington state with fully functioning spittoon, a receptacle made for spitting into, especially by users of chewing and dipping tobacco. There's a working spittoon. Yeah.
Well,
I think it has running water that goes by it. Next time, hug your family. And on Sunday, thanks to the Lord who died for your sins. Oh, look at that. The spittoon. Hopefully people don't take that as a urinal. That would really suck.
It looks. It reminds me of they used to have in Neyland Stadium. They used to have troughs.
Yep.
Like instead of having individual toilets or urinals, they would have a trough. So you'd have to gather around that in order to pee during the game. I miss them.
I was at a neighbor's house during an earthquake, and their above crumb busted and flooded their kitchen. Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
I hate water damage with a passion.
Yeah, we had one in Northern Illinois about 10 years ago. Sounded like a train was being derailed 2 a.m. in the morning. Yeah.
That happened. My dogs would go nuts.
You know, people say that, they're terrified of hurricanes and tornadoes and things like that. Here's the thing. With a hurricane and tornado, they're coming. You can get out of the area. Okay? Some of them do come unexpected at unexpected times. They're coming. You can get out of the area. California, with its earthquakes, you don't know when they're coming.
Well, and here's the other thing, too. With a tornado or hurricane, there are shelters.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually get into a shelter to be able to avoid the debris. And I mean, granted, yes, lots of houses get just absolutely obliterated. But you can build a shelter to be able to go into, like MG does all the time. With an earthquake, there ain't nowhere to go.
No. That is entire. That's something that's moving entire structures. We're talking, skyscrapers.
Yeah.
One of my old bandmates lived out in California, worked for the California Conservation Corps, and it was during the San Francisco earthquake that collapsed bridges on top of cars. That after he was done with that stint, he called his mom and said, "Bring me home. I gotta go."
Yeah.
It was not a happy scene. And he was done at that point in time. It was very devastating. But just imagine you're going to work one morning and then all of a sudden the bridge in front of you collapses. It's not a place you want to be. And that's whenever that earthquake struck, was during morning rush hour.
Yeah, you couldn't pay me to live on the left coast.
No
offense to people that do live there. I'm sure they enjoy it and it's lovely and they're used to it and it's fine. But for me, growing up here, there's no way I'd live out there.
Well, I know I will say from having been out to California, it is absolutely beautiful. I mean, it is. I mean, I will say that I love the East Coast beaches a lot. The West Coast beaches, I mean, Venice Beach back in the day used to be a really cool place to look and see until the gangs really sort of took over. Then it sort of went downhill pretty bad. It becomes deserted after like 8 o'clock at night. It's so bad. I mean, you just don't go out. I mean, but I will say that it's absolutely beautiful out there. You've got the redwood forest, you've got just lots of beautiful things to see. But it's all the other crap that I would not want to be there for. That's why I wouldn't want to be there.
No.
You saw this documentary called San Andreas. It was awful. Not sure what year it occurred. Yeah. That
was not a documentary.
You got it.
Was The Rock in it by any chance?
Was The Rock in that documentary? Yeah. And with that, everybody, you have a wonderful day. I will see you guys tonight. I'm sure I'll have something going on tonight. Anything you got going, brother?
Nope. Just doing my thing, man. Just doing my thing.
Everybody, peace.
Bless your heart. I thought I was the only mentally challenged one here.
Get it, yeah, oh yeah. Early morning, rise and shine. Coffee's brewing, feeling fine. News is out and on the air. Shizzy Whiz nuts wild, but we don't care. Morning Whiz and Coffee. Talk the news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy Whiz nuts, start the show. Let's go. Get it, yeah, oh yeah. Headlines spinning in the breeze. Stupid jokes, he's such a tease. Sip the Java, wear a smile. Pants are off, but stay a while. Morning Whiz and Coffee. Talk the news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy Whiz, let's start the show. Let's go. Get it, yeah, oh yeah. Headlines spinning in the breeze. Stupid jokes, he's such a tease. Sip the Java, wear a smile. Pants are off, but stay a while. Morning Whiz and Coffee. Talk the news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy Whiz, let's start the show. Let's go. Get it, yeah, oh yeah. Serious is overrated. Every day we're caffeinated. Talk the town, but in a jest. Morning Whiz is always best. Clock is ticking, time to run. Morning show's a load of fun. Grab your mug, don't spill a drop. Laugh your ass off till you pop. Clock is ticking, time to run. Morning show's a load of fun. Grab your mug, don't spill a drop. Laugh your ass off till you pop.
Oh my god, Shizzy breaks Larry. Shizzy broke Larry.
Go show